everybody, it's Anna. Welcome to the Thursday card in this week's tarot story. So today we have our only major arcana card for the week, and it is the Hanged Man. So this is funny, I think, because it so connects to the lessons that have already been showing up for us this week. The Hanged Man is a major arcana card, gives us an important life lesson. It gives us a chance to practice this life lesson right now, and by practicing it, we are creating inroads for this lesson to continually be developed in the rest of our spiritual journey. So the Hanged Man, the lesson of the Hanged Man is that sometimes you just gotta hang out and wait. This card shows up when we're in a time of suspended animation, when there's no action steps to take because the work has gone underground and we have to wait for that work to complete before we take new action steps. So as I've said before, I connect this card to the teachings of St. John of the Cross in The Dark Night of the Soul, which is not a treatise about depression, although we've definitely used that in our modern world a lot. It actually is The Dark Night of the Soul, as coined by St. John of the Cross, is a time when everything goes dry. When our inspiration goes dry, we're not feeling inspired, we're feeling very flat. And he noticed that in the lives of spiritual seekers, this would happen regularly. And when it happened, naturally people think, what have I done wrong? Where did I misstep that I am now in this place of dryness? I'm no longer inspired. I'm no longer feeling vital or energized. But he would say that he explained that this happens not because we've made a mistake, but because the work has gone deeper. It's almost like being anesthetized spiritually. So while the universe or your intuition, your soul is doing this work under the surface, and you're waiting for that to complete so that the new path opens up for you. And this fella is hanging on the tree of life. So basically, this is a tree of rejuvenation and rebirth. And he's hanging upside down, right? Which implies to me, and others would say as well, that his perspective is shifting, right? So this is saying something very big is some very big transition is happening. This is a paradigm shift. It's a mindset shift. Like the way you're viewing the world is about to change. So we're waiting for that to complete before we can see what we do next. And we started this week with the Knight of Wands reversed, which I talked about being like that powerful, like very energized energy and the mind wanting to do something, but the reversal says it's not time to do anything yet, right? And we talked about how when we're in times of like suspended animation or the Hanged Man, it is easy for the mind to think something is wrong, which is why St. John of the Cross wrote the book. It's because people thought something was wrong and we want to resist it. We want to push past it. We want to take action to try to break ourselves free of this experience of stagnation. But this would say, this is not stagnation. This is important, an important time of shifting and intuitive work. So try to be still, try to agree to this time of being still. So to do this, we have to really coach the mind through this time of discomfort. And yesterday we had the Five of Swords, which is also about helping the mind not get hooked in. It's feeling uncomfortable. It's feeling unsteady. It wants to do something, helping the mind realize we don't just want it to blow its energy because it's uncomfortable. We want it to preserve its energy, recognizing that when the Hanged Man turns upside down, which means the time is now to jump off the tree, we want the mind to have energy available, right? We don't want the mind to dissolve all of its energy because it feels uncomfortable holding energy. We want it to hold its energy so that it is responsive to the guidance of the intuition, the genius that brought us here on the planet. So I feel like this is the larger lesson of the Hanged Man is what we've been talking about for the last couple days. So consider if you are feeling flat. By that I mean like you don't really know what to do next. Maybe you have some ideas. Maybe you have some inspirations. You've been living in a flow, but suddenly that flow stops. Trust the fact that you've already been doing the work. This is not, you have not misstepped, right? You've been following your intuition. You've been taking the actions. The reason things have gotten quiet is not because you somehow messed up, but because something big is afoot and you can just wait on that. When the time is right, it is not subtle. When Hanged Man ends, you get a burst of inspiration. Suddenly it's very, very clear, and the action step will be clear. Really the challenge at that point is you want the mind to be ready to take action, right? You want the mind to be waiting in hope and faith. When the action step comes, it's ready to take action. If the mind is busy doubting itself, doubting you, looking for getting hooked into other people's dramas, then when the action step comes, it is less likely to be able to take it. So that's our lesson for today. See you tomorrow for our final card. Bye.